Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Star Wars Lore. Today we'll be discussing my top 10 droids in the Star Wars universe. I hope you enjoy my list and maybe discover a droid you might not be too familiar with. So let's get on with it. Enough of the chatter, and let's start that countdown. Professor Hewing. He's a pretty fun, actually old droid that appears in the Clone Wars. He helps the young Jedi create their new lightsabers. He's kind of like Ollivander in Harry Potter, where he helps the new wizards pick out their new wands and their certain designs. So it's pretty cool from that perspective. He's also voiced by David Tennant, who I enjoy most of his work. And he actually kicks quite a bit of butt in the show, even though he loses his head and arms. So he's just a fun droid, good personality, been in the Jedi Order for a long time, so there's a lot of history behind him. C-3PO, a classic character, classic droid. He provides a counterbalance to some of the characters and definitely shows the first personality of droids on screen in Star Wars. He can sometimes be really annoying, but he can also be a hero and a god. Who knew? So C-3PO. BB-8. This one I actually wanted to put higher, but I feel like he just doesn't have enough screen time yet. I think he definitely will ascend as his role grows. He had a pretty prominent role in The Force Awakens, but I just want to see the character grow a little bit with his personality. He's quirky and fun. He has some signature moves already, so I'm excited to see where he goes, but he definitely makes my top 10 droid list. 000. 000 is a protocol droid that first appeared in Darth Vader's recent Marvel comics, and he is funny. He is a crazy, basically assassin torture droid that Darth Vader, Dr. Aphra kind of employ to do their bidding. But he is so messed up, but also funny, cynical. So he's just really fun. I encourage you to definitely look into Darth Vader's the recent comic book series on him, because it is just a blast. You can see some of his lines here. He's a really enjoyable character, and definitely not a good guy, but hilarious. HK-47. HK-47 is a classic. He appears in video games, even recent ones such as Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for mobile, but originally on Knights of the Old Republic. He's just a assassin droid who is pretty awesome. I don't know why I like assassin droids so much. I just feel like their personalities when they program these things are complex in depth and makes it a lot of fun. He's very powerful, funny. He has this dry humor and just has some pretty awesome statements. Well written, definitely. So he's definitely one of my favorite droids, more of a nostalgia piece. I wish he was brought more into storylines that we have today, but hopefully that will happen sometime. Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is a B-1 battle droid that's been modified by Snap Wexley or Temin Wexley. He's pretty funny too. I'm on this streak of assassin droids that are funny. He appears in the Aftermath book series, and I'll play a short clip of him talking so you hear what he sounds like.
Roger, Master Temin. Roger. None shall harbor, or they will be converted to a pleasing blood mist.
So very similar. He has that humor, and he, listens to his master, and he's pretty cool. He does some cool things in the book. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but he kicks some butt, is funny, and that's why he makes this top 10 list. AZI-3. AZI-3 is a medical droid on Kamino, and he really blossoms in the Clone Wars through this couple episodes story arc with Fives as the main clone you follow, who's trying to solve why another clone went crazy. and basically it's because Order 66 malfunctions and fires early on another clone, and this medical droid is so concerned about the clone's health that he basically will risk anything. And he's funny. He can be used as like a surfboard, like a jet ski kind of thing. And he's creative, he's pretty funny personality, and he really complements the whole episode arc with Fives. And he's truly just a small hero that didn't get a ton of screen time, but I encourage you to go back and watch because he is definitely one of my favorite droids. Chopper. Chopper is the droid we have come to know and love on Star Wars Rebels. He is a pain in the butt sometimes, but he also comes in handy and saves the Ghost crew all the time. He has an attitude which I kind of like. When it gets dished out, he'll dish it right back at you. He can pilot. He can fight. He goes undercover a lot, which I like. So he's kind of like a stealth droid that, he goes on missions. He's not afraid. He does all these things. He can fly. And he's a strong character because he's so vocal and prominent throughout the series of Rebels. K2SO is one of my favorite droids ever. I've only seen him on screen for less than 2 hours in Rogue One, but he's grown on me super fast. I feel like he steals Rogue One. He's definitely one of the most prominent characters. He is funny, witty. It's just some of the scenes just continue to make me laugh. And he is a powerful character because he sacrifices himself for the greater cause. So ultimately, for all those reasons and many more, he makes number 2 on my list. At number 1, I have R2-D2. This is mostly because of nostalgia. He is the first droid that I really saw on screen as a child and grew to love, and have seen him evolve throughout the series. And he obviously can do everything. Everyone knows what he does. He's just awesome. I might have more personal favorites besides R2, but I feel like the nostalgia factor just makes him number 1. He's just so iconic, and when I see R2, it just immediately clicks Star Wars. So that makes me happy. For now, he's number 1. I don't think he can be beaten because he's in every Star Wars movie. So R2-D2 is number 1. So what did you think of my top 10 list? Did I leave anyone out? I'm sure I did. I probably could have done an honorable mention list. Please let me know who your favorite droid is, and maybe I'll do another list of droids. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and keep following me on Twitter at Star Wars Lore.